Y'all can hear me. Let's just get into this real quick. Since it came up on my Facebook here that you can follow right there, billions of views. But, scared to follow. I don't know some of the new topics. And we brought it back. I got Bluetooth headphones. We're going to see if you can still hear what they're saying. Irrelevant. Here's the original video of the stunt ride. We all know it's one of the biggest arguments. Well, how do you explain coriolus? The thing at the equator, they prove coriolus, but it's debunked at my bathtub, my sink, and everywhere else. The idea is like water spins, let's see, directly on the equator, it goes down or whatever. You spin or move it to one side of the equator and the other, they do opposite direction spin. But that's clearly multiple other factors going on and not a direct measurement of anything related to what the description of Coriolis is. It's just an ignorance and an ignorance. Or ignorance is just like the same thing. It's just pretty much ignoring all the other factors that go on to this party trick. And that's all it is, it's a party trick. So we're going to cook that right here at the beginning. DJ Dyko here at this flat, bro. I guess we can, I guess the brightness is down, I don't know. We, owner and operator of Revolt Radio, 90 point, right over here. We're running it. Just go check out the link. Go check out Delta 8 Pro. Let's get into it. I'll show you what happens, and then if they don't, I'll break it down. The truth and why this is a load of crock of crap. Debunked by pouring out tea. It doesn't swirl when it. Let's get into it. Hope I remember all this stuff.
From the left, how they fall straight. No light. Let's go to Florida. Show. Now we are in Florida.
See what she did there?
Now we are.
She flips it around, first off, puts it on the other side, and now everybody is facing the equator again, as I've been saying for a year and a half, in an about face turn. That when we're down there by the equator doing this, you're on one side facing the equator going, wow! You're on the north side where you're from, where you're coming from, facing the south to look at the equator. Wow! Like this. With me in between. It's like they're looking at me from both sides. I'm the equator. An about face turn facing each other. We're not facing the same direction. So let's continue. That's the first. And the truth breakdown. They didn't give a truth breakdown. So you got that going on. Well, most of the time, like with your toilet, it's because of the spigots on one side. It's going to swirl the same way regardless of where you put it on the planet, whatever you call it. But your bathtub doesn't have a spigot like that guiding the flow. So why does it spin? Well, what's clear, and we can Google that, my bath water spins. Wait. Of course, now the AI is compromised. Come on. Be honest. So your bathtub water can spin both ways while draining because of the direction of the swirl is determined by small factors in your bathroom, not the Coriolis effect. So I might just make this the whole live. I was just going to doom scroll based off that, and that'd be the top click. But think about it. Too weak to be a factor. So, whatever. Bullshit. If it exists, it exists. If it's doing it, it's doing it. Because clearly, my bathtub is bigger. My bathtub's bigger than that. That's like the front quarter of my bathtub where the drain is located, maybe, at max. Or at the minimum. Holy shit. Y'all can hear me okay, right? Right. not Coriolis effect. Oh, I guess this is Olis effect. And yeah, sometimes I start in again at night. So either late at night, it's probably going to be the best time that we do this. Of course, flat earth clock apps. We'll have to watch that. I don't know. What the fuck? And then it says debunk. Like they came back. That's what we're getting at. Y'all motherfuckers.
The real reason you're stiff after sitting.
You can live a very long time without getting old.
332.
Don't do this. Or this. Do this instead. This life-saving invention.
Coriolus.
You're an idiot if you still don't know them.
Facts. They like them too. Wow.
6th grade earth science. My
Oh,
first day
man.
on the job.
I want to get the Revolt radio stream, like on YouTube, the audio there, and then just a video of us in the studio while we're talking and running the controls, just a behind the scenes. A lot of local stations around here are doing it. Shout out to Southeast Oklahoma, Broken Bow area. They're doing it. Badass.
So here's what Wiki has to say about the Coriolis effect. Physics, the Coriolis force is an inertial or fictitious force that acts on objects that are in motion within a frame of reference that rotates with respect to an inertial frame.
Fictitious force. Strike one. I ain't even seen this video yet. I just want to see what Rumble has. I've seen all the TikTok debates on it in live, but I want to just see what they're putting together outside when they have time just to sit on it, and they don't have anti-flat earthers interrupting every 5 seconds to attempt to disrupt the flat smack instead of counteracting it with facts. That would disrupt the argument altogether that we have, which can't be done.
In a reference frame with clockwise rotation, the force acts to the left of the motion of the object.
Again,
So
fiction.
here is an interesting quote. I think it's from I've been a meteorologist. So this is talking about jet streams and how supposedly the effect affects them. So you want to read this one, or is it too long for you?
No, I can read it.
Can you read that much?
Yeah, let me.
Fictitious force. I guess code versus flat. I don't know. Some sort of one-on-one debate, if you will. But if that is, because he's already laughing like a globie or like a fencer, you know, like, oh my God, I gotta test him. There's no fucking way. Already, I'm just assuming. I've done this 5 years, but he laughs the whole time. This guy's dead serious, ready to go, doesn't flinch, standing on business here. So you know, this guy thinks flat earth. This is all a joke. The science is settled probably, but he starts off his first thing at the beginning of this clip, fictitious, when describing Coriolis. Or that's what Wikipedia says, and you pulled that up as your first thing. So, and just went right over that fact. I don't know, I'm just assuming this looks more like an arc, and then the plane, you know, of the firm. Looks more flat earther Josh, and looks more like Matt's a globie. I don't know. I haven't seen Josh out there. I think probably seen you on TikTok. I don't know, but out here, I don't know. I'd have to think. But Josh, not sure if we met. Right on, brother. Let's see what happens. It travels in all directions, folks. You can look at the wind maps. There's no fucking... I don't know, let's
Zoom
get-
in. Yeah. The
Yeah.
rotation of the Earth also affects weather through the Coriolis effect. Named after a French mathematician, this effect refers to the curved path that objects moving on an Earth's surface appear to follow because of the spinning of the planet.
Hang on. So hang on. So yeah, the objects moving on Earth's surface right here appear to follow. But I thought Coriolis was the wind. Okay, I guess in the water. They're not attached to the surface. They're above the surface. So I just want to clarify. I'm not picking that apart. I'm just saying we need to clarify. Objects moving on our surface. Okay, so they're not attached. appear to follow. Curve path. So, I don't notice this in lakes, rivers, streams, anywhere else except a drain, or where the water runs down and goes through and creates a pool, a whirlpool-like thing, or whirlpools in the lake. Get out of here with that.
As the Earth turns, points near the equator are moving faster than places near the poles, returning the Coriolis effect. Let's say returning? Yeah, returning to the Coriolis effect. Think of the wind near the equator. The wind starts at a certain speed due to Earth's rotation. As the wind travels towards the north,
He's still like smirking. He's on like, he's still ready. Like, oh man, this guy. He knows he's going to get cooked by flat Earth. But they all see. I'm not accusing. Maybe he's on the fence. But a lot of them have that. Like who was it? Pope Madness. Or one of them guys. I get them all mixed up now. One that never shows his face. The other guy shows his face, was wearing wigs. But y'all know who I'm talking about. That's why you really don't see him one-on-one on anybody anymore. Because for the past year, every time I've encountered him many times and watched him with other people, it's always the same thing. He doesn't have any argument. It's the same questions, and he always his responses kind of like Tucker Carlson does. You know what I mean? Like he wants to kind of do a Tucker Carlson a little bit or something. But like how he did at that funeral, like, I'm here, but fuck, this is this is fake. Like, you know what I mean? But no, it's like he's laughing, but he's doing it like, there's no way that just made fucking sense. Hold on, hold on. And in his brain, he sits there and just for a second or two, and he's like, wrong, we're gonna drop you, wrong. I'm not gonna say that that's what this guy's doing, but he's already just flat. He's just either this guy could just be a fencer. I've never seen this video. I think the top guy, Matt, in here is just a fencer and is just testing him. But this man, it was a Pope Madness? I think it is, because what do you call the other guy that was making troll music on Fruit Loops for a while and had the wig? He was struggling. I don't know, they were doing about like gay rituals there for a while, like fucking, Aiden Ross and them was doing. I don't want my kids. I don't know, let's just get into it. Coriolis
it
cooked.
moves over that are rotating more slowly. The traveling wind retains its angular and keeps moving west to east,
See if we can get the quality.
taking the
down.
part of the Earth turning more slow. This leads to the wind appearing to bend to the east. This effect is also responsible for why hurricanes in the northern hemisphere spin counterclockwise, while hurricanes in the southern hemisphere spin clockwise.
Surely it's not that the equator is like an equal distance between the positive and negative point. It's got its own thing going on. Because they start at the equator and go away. Right? But there's never hurricanes at the equator or within like 5 degrees on each side. And they're rare in the south. They're not just popping. They just start in the north and go north. Right in the same paths. Those are man-made and they're directed by radio frequencies and things like that. Fuck out of here. Everything's a frequency. But we have anticyclonic or anticyclones. Anticyclonic tornadoes debunk that. Anticyclones, anti-typhoons, and anti-hurricanes, whatever you want to call them, spin the opposite direction. I'm in school. But I cook your ass with Google and your own sources. Oh, there it is. Start there. Oh, and you guys say it does not exist as a scientific term because, hurricanes are just like we had to give our own name to a cyclone, so we call them anticyclone. It was a rare a tornado spins clockwise in the northern hemisphere and counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere, opposite to the typical cyclonic rotation. You have no answer to that, Globies. It debunks. These tornadoes often form as a companion or satellite vortices to primary cyclonic tornadoes, of course, as we've seen, and often form as a companion. And are usually weaker and shorter lived. Though they can sometimes be strong, they can also form in non-mesocyclonic storms such as land spouts or water spouts. I think you can do it too. 1 to 2% of tornadoes rotate. So, they're like the Jew of tornadoes. 1 to 2%. But yet, makes a big difference when debating the shape of the earth. Or it can develop independently of a supercell similar to land spouts. Some have been documented up to F3 and F4. And of course, that's not enough. This clip won't be enough. Countless clips. But my favorite clip is News 9, Oklahoma City. Watched one pop up live. And who was it? Lacey Swope with a weird name in the Widow's Peak. The lady that moved from Channel 6 to Channel 9 with the Widow's Peak. Was like, I believe, the lady that was right-handing David Payne. And when it happened, it was all over. It was clearly that it was going the opposite direction of the main tornado or the main lowering. And he's, yeah. I want to put you on blast because y'all guys know about this conspiracy that they manipulate the weather and you don't actually predict anything. They're controlling it. It's fine. It's right there. It's on their own records. The storm prediction technology, Mesonet, fucking weather service, rolling storms caused by their fucking radar and the freaks. Anyway, they can move them directionally. They admitted to doing it with the hurricane that flooded a place here on the east side of the. But no, they sat there and went, oh yeah, like I don't know if we could say much, but yeah, that's what's referred to. Finally, he said an anticyclonic tornado rotating backwards. But why was it this? Yeah, like we're not supposed to talk about that. Hold on a minute. Can we play? Is that clip? I thought. Let me look. Somebody had to have that clip. I watched it live, so who knows? That might have been it. Oh, a year ago? No, it was a year ago.
The white funnel looking back to the north. We're literally driving almost right underneath it right now, so it's probably not even in the shot hardly. And stretch the vorticity all the way, David.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on. Here's the base of it right here. I'm trying to see if
Road 1430 and also north-south.
James and Cordell, give us a quick update on what you know. Right.
Yeah, we are.
Around it tries to tighten, which is exactly what the tornado in Cordell did, and then it just continued to hang out and get stretched back to the northwest.
We'll look through and see.
I'm going to pan to the right here too. Now you start to see all this being pulled. So this thing is figuring itself out. It's a well-defined square. So if it does take 10 minutes before it even here in this.
Brandon. So, folks, if it's just another tornado or a tornado, you're going to see it live right here on News 9. That's the wall cloud. And there's several things going on here. This is the beginning of what I call the cigar cloud, coming out of the rain and the hail. This is making its way, being pulled to the south. We're bringing it here. It's going to try to localize. Maybe back. This is and it's a tornado.
I've been looking for it for some time. Or whatever, because they were streaming live online or something. That's where I had to watch it, because I don't get 9, I get 6. And this was before they got over to my side of the state. I seen how they were acting over there, what they were going on. It froze, and the radar in the background said, She said, yeah, it's going backwards, or something, or whatever she said. And he goes, all right, like a minute or two goes by or whatnot, and it's very awkward, and it's like he's not allowed to talk about it, but has no choice.
All right, that's what it's going to do if it tightens up enough. All right, with the damage there, Tom, you're live trying to figure out what's the latest.
Yeah, right now I'm going south of 150 house.
Second, you get okay.
Over downtown, we have those mammatus clouds, the anvil
Point.
areas right now because we know.
In Mike's case, he would
just
That would have been October 9th.
See if it's been disrupted by.
And that's right here. West of Frederick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 miles, 6 miles. Northwest of Burt. Tornado's going to be right here. Miles a gallon. Does he get 10?
On a good day.
On a good day. You sound great now.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
I was saying his mileage is not wonderful.
No, he gets about 10 miles a gallon. Does he get 10?
On a good day.
On a good day. With a
No,
back.
it's better than that.
It's better than that.
Oh,
Okay,
listen,
it's too soon.
He's going to defend it.
Okay.
He's going to defend it. All right, great shot, Brandon. Great shot. There's the lowering right there. Okay, let's go back to the storm now, which is coming into Roosevelt. Let's go to shear rate. Tornado warning continues north of Roosevelt. You folks in Roosevelt, you've had a long day. I guess the sirens have been blowing, I'm guessing, for the last hour now. And there's
I don't know. I thought it was before that.
Right here. Brandon's right here. It's right there. That is that right there. Okay? This right here is that right there.
That's too much. I was trying to find an example of what I said. Who cares? We all know where this is going.
Are you sold?
That was what I was told to read back in the day.
Yep. So here's something that a lot of people bring up. I thought snipers had to account for the Coriolis effect.
Maybe they're both
and I even
flat
had
earthers.
somebody that I don't know if they have a sniper rifle, but they like.
I'd love to interview y'all here on the show.
And they have some rifles. I don't know how long range. So and they were getting at
restream
with me about this. So let's hear from somebody that has.
You don't have to do the.
Been a firearms instructor. So this is a quote from a really awesome book called "The Greatest Lie on Earth: Proof That Our World Is Not a Moving Globe." And it's from pages 139 through 140. This author, so he's talking about himself, obviously, is a former federal firearms instructor. I have seen many thousands of rounds shot from all kinds of firearms at various distances. I've never witnessed any round fired ever effect an alleged Coriolis effect. I've never read the Coriolis effect discussed in any firearms manual, nor have I ever heard it be discussed by any firearms instructor as something to consider in the use of any firearm from any distance. So you would think that a federal firearms instructor might need to say something about the Coriolis effect to somebody that's shooting really long range, because they would have to account for it. And they'll even, I think the movies, I used to like this movie back when I watched like Hollywood movies, but it's The Shooter. I think it's Mark Wahlberg, and he's a former maybe Navy sniper. And of course, he has to drop in there. You have to adjust for the Coriolis effect. And he's talking about all these atmospheric conditions you have to account for when a sniper actually shoots, because it doesn't just go straight. Stuff in the air and the atmosphere affects its flight. So that's a good example of how they program you, and they keep dropping those nuts unconscious to keep real
quick. What?
Your sins are up because you transferred into a chicken. This is Jewish religion.
Well, there's a little bit more to it than that. I mean, if you're a Christian, I think it might be healthy to assume that you do identify or lean that way.
Nope.
I do. So, not hating. But you ever wonder why they call Jesus the Lamb of God, the sacrifice? Christ sacrificed himself for our sins.
Basically, that ritual, they think they can just trick the universe to be immune by putting their sins in a chicken or something like that. I can't get it to start over.
We only have one shot at this guy, okay? A little less spent.
No. God damn it, man. Okay, what direction are we? East, west, north, south, northeast? Factor in everything. We need to know exactly the direction, the spin of the earth, and how to combat it, or else we're gonna miss. There's no spin of the earth. Take the shot. But that would mean Neil deGrasse is wrong, and you miss every single shot when we do this. If we miss this shot, our location will be blown. We've been here for 4 days shitting in little cans. Tell me the spin of the earth. Like, okay, down to the left 16 inches. Dit. No. They saw us. I missed the shot. I guess it was spinning a little faster than I thought. Oh. Globe, Earth, sniper. I can see the mirage. No, that's the target. Must be a mirage. Well, I've done the calculations. 8 inches per mile squared. I wouldn't be able to see him. It's a mirage. I'm not taking the shot.
31K.
It's him. Like, every sniper just shoots people. That's a fucking mirage. That means Neil deGrasse Tyson, the bike thief with the answers, is somehow misleading me. Globe, Earth, sniper. Okay, if you factor the curve. If you factor in
Send me the raws of that as clean as you can, no background noise. And of globe, earth, sniper, and do it in different, like, globe, earth, globe, earth, globe, earth. Do it 3 or 4 times. I'll stack it for you and make a little intro, like a globe, earth, sniper. Like, you know what I mean? I'll build it up for you real fast. Takes 5 minutes.
this is clearly a mirage.
Well, that's your opinion, and
Right.
you are...
And the difference between my opinion and yours is that I'm not willing to kill you over it. See, that's just it. You're willing to murder me over what you think is right, and I'm not willing to murder you over what I think is right. That's the difference.
Shout out to this guy!
You're willing to put the public in danger by driving...
In danger. Driving at all puts the public in danger. You realize driving is dangerous? Everything is dangerous. Walking up and down the stairs is dangerous. Dropping acorns is dangerous, right?
Refusing to give us access to governmental records, which must be available for open inspection during regular business hours.
Let's get it, bitch.
That is a misdemeanor. She'll tell you that she's not going to give you the records, but it will be a misdemeanor committed in your presence, which is an arrestable offense. We can walk out there and do it in her presence. If not, then it was a misdemeanor committed, and I'd like to exercise a citizen's arrest under Title 22. We're in a courthouse. The statute requires that I take possession of the person and deliver them to a magistrate. You're here. I'd much prefer you do that than me. But I'd like to place her under arrest for violation of the Oklahoma Open Records Act. I'd like to publicly inspect those records now. Why?
So there are no records available right now. It would be a report that would have to be...
You don't have the bank records for your 991 fees?
Those would have to be records that need to be requested in writing, pursuant to the Open Records Act.
No, ma'am, the Open Records Act says that public records are available for public inspection.
Yes, those are reports that would have to be made.
Not
for
reports.
open
You
records.
get bank records, right? On your 991 bank accounts.
All of our
that y'all have
accounts,
those.
we're not going to give you all of our bank records.
You're not
You
going
can
to.
make a
Okay, so you're not going to give me all your bank records. You're going to violate the Oklahoma Open Records
No,
Act.
you haven't sent me any requests in writing.
I don't have to. I'm in person, ma'am. The Oklahoma
You can
Open Records
present
Act.
a request in
Ma'am,
writing.
can I speak for a second? Let me try to educate you on something,
You
okay?
don't need to educate me on
Well,
anything.
I'm an attorney.
Sounds
ma'am.
like he does.
Are you sure? I'm an attorney. I'm an attorney. Can I educate you on the Oklahoma Open Records
No, I
Act?
don't need to be educated on anything. Would you like to make an appointment with the DA?
No, ma'am. I'd like to make an Open Records Act request
Okay,
and
then you
inspect
do it in
governmental
writing.
records right now.
Then you
Isn't
do it
it
in
your
writing.
DA that wrote a letter on the 991 fees and said that y'all are it's all appropriate and correct? Wasn't it your district attorney that did that, ma'am? It was your district attorney. I need to have an officer come. I'm at the courthouse, the Texas County Courthouse, and I have made a request for some records, and I have some people refusing to provide me records, which is a misdemeanor, and I need to report a crime. So I need an officer, please.
Speaking of calling the cops, have you ever wondered what happened to the legendary Chuck Norris? Well, I recently saw a video he made, and I was shocked. He's in his 80s now, still kicking butt, working out, and staying active. What's even more shocking is that he's stronger, can work out longer, and still has energy left over for his grandkids. He did this by making just one change. He says he still feels like he's in his 50s. His wife even started doing this one thing, and she's never felt better. She says she feels 10 years younger. Her body is leaner, and she has energy all day.
Okay.
Chuck made a video that explains everything. Make sure you watch it by going to chuckdefense.com.
chuckdefense.com/James, or by clicking the link below in this video. That's chuckdefense.com/James.
Sorry, Chuck.
And click the link in the description below to watch the video now. The legendary Chuck Norris is a whopping 81 years old, and yet he has more energy than me. He discovered that he could create dramatic changes to his health by simply focusing on 3 things that sabotage our bodies as we age. Watch his method by clicking the link to the video in the description below. That's chuckdefense.com/James.
Violation of Oklahoma Open Meetings Act.
Sponsored by the noise.
Open Records Act, excuse me.
Legend.
And I'd also like to make a citizen's arrest while I'm here since they refused. And that's under Title 22. Yes, ma'am. I'm at the Texas County Courthouse. I'm at the District Attorney's office, where they're refusing to give me these records.
Third floor. I believe it's the county clerk's office.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Howdy.
So the reason why I called is we came here to request governmental records pursuant to the Oklahoma Open Records Act. The Oklahoma Open Records Act provides that governmental records that are possessed by the government are publicly available for inspection during regular business hours. I came to request the District Attorney's Office. Actually, I first stopped in Cimarron County to request their records in Cimarron County related to their 991 fees. It's a DA supervision fee. I don't know if you've seen it in the news a lot, but it's a big thing about the District Attorney's 991 fees, inappropriate things. If they're supposed to be supervision for, like, if you're on probation, you get a DA $50 a month for your supervision part of it. You're a law enforcement officer. Anyway, they take these reports, they take this money, and then they expend it for things that's not been appropriate. Well, the district attorney for this district wrote the letter on behalf of the DA's council related to the use of 991 fees. So we came here to request a copy of the receipts and the expenditures from their 991 accounts. And the woman downstairs, and we have it on multiple videos, is refusing to give us access, despite the fact that they have it, refusing to give us access to governmental records, which must be available for open inspection during regular business hours. So, that is a misdemeanor. She can tell you that she's not going to give you the records, therefore it will be a misdemeanor committed in your presence, which is an arrestable offense. We can walk down there and do it in her presence. If not, then it was a misdemeanor committed, and I'd like to exercise a citizen's arrest under Title 22. We're in a courthouse. The statute requires that I take possession of the person and deliver them to a magistrate. You're here. I'd much prefer you do that than me. But I'd like to place her under arrest for violation of the Oklahoma Open Records Act.
Throwback. We got new.
As Title 53, I can give you the statute citation for you so you can pull it up on phone.
Let me go talk to people downstairs.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
They got me tied up with a bunch of cases. So.
And see, one of the things that they can do with the court fund is they can appoint the same attorneys over and over again and essentially feed the ones that they want to feed with cases, and they work the symbiotic relationship, the judges and them. So,
Yeah, Mr. Bell.
Sorry?
So I've visited with the district attorney. He would like for you to come in and visit with him and explain to him exactly what you're requesting.
Okay.
And then they'll see if they can accommodate.
Sounds good. Let's go.
How many people does it take to get an answer to a relative question?
And he knows what I was actually.
The crime. Would that be the purview of this district attorney, or because of their employment, would they be referred to another counsel?
You guys have a
safety meeting.
in the office of the DA, so you can quit ringing the doorbell and ask.
No, so ma'am, listen, he's not my daddy.
Or my representative.
Or his representative. I'm asking him questions. I didn't come out of the same birth canal as him. Sounds good.
How you doing, Officer Bankston? Hey, I'm James. Good to meet you, sir. Hey, so I'm actually not represented by the bar member in there. So can I ask the lady questions?
I'll let her know.
Okay, yeah, let her know I don't have any representation. I self-present. Thank you, sir.
Self-present.
She's busy. Oh, okay.
You bitch.
And you can give her my name. It's James. Yeah, James Johnson. Friends call me Grande. Yeah. Yeah, so Grande Johnson. Just let her know. Yeah, thanks.
Grande Johnson.
Well, it's James Johnson, but friends call me Grande. Grande Johnson.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, like I noticed that
First off, like
Consensual encounter.
Dave, let's
it was
work.
consensual.
Help me out,
They did
buddy.
not touch me anywhere I didn't want to be
Wayne County
touched.
is
It was consensual?
It was consensual encounter.
Alphonse raping kids, the police.
Why don't you go to
I've been
Washington?
doing it for decades, though.
Well, I'm working. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But you know
what I should have played?
Star
Just
Lord.
the background song is "They Gonna Kill Me" by Tom McDonald, and that little sporadic live. I said, well, people think that that's what's going to happen if I keep this up. I don't feel, you know what I mean, wanting that or worried for it, you know, but if they want to take it that way, then I don't understand why.
You know, the thing that
I
is
just
the
wanna be left
most
alone.
are the things that are most around us and we don't pay attention to it. And I call it the distractions. Like, hey, pay attention to what's over here and don't pay attention to the stuff that's local. And it's like the stuff that's local, that's what paves your streets, that's where your kids go to school, that's where everything that happens to you for the most part happens locally. The federal government, I mean, it's just a distraction. So that's what we're
We see
worried
that
about.
every day.
And look, I just
Every
want
time a news story breaks on Biden, they gotta throw something else out there.
And I just want openness and transparency and fairness in in the court systems and things like that. That's,
Hey, just so you know, too, I've never been attacked by the federal government.
Never.
But I've been attacked, extorted, robbed, beaten by local government. So, I mean, it's, yeah, like you were saying to Ron, I get lawsuits, won money, last one was but I mean, and the whole point is,
Good for you.
No, and the whole point, though, is I get what you're saying. Like, everybody wants to point to the federal government, but at this point, almost every single state, city in the U.S. is
Shit. What do I do? Hold on, what the fuck just happened? Well, do we go back to fucking discussion? What do you call it? Do we go back to see, a valid point right there. Yeah. Hang on, let's find this shit real quick. Instagram model. Legend. Video that I was watching? Or just one of his new shit?
where the police chief's at.
God damn it. You go to more popular, you just gotta hope. Hope and a dream. It didn't even put it in there as a history. Fuck! They're standing up though. And I'm trying to stand up too, but I don't know. I can't, they're just gonna keep throwing charges and I keep throwing me in jail. Paying bail. Okay. Damn it. I don't know. I can't find it now. Let's keep going. See, maybe we can just. I know it's on YouTube and I can look it up, but I'm not sure. I just try to. So Ron Durbin goes all over. I didn't know it. I thought he was mainly in Oklahoma. He lives here, I thought, but now they go all over, I guess. Boston, or he was back then. Hey, cool. It wouldn't be a real. It would be a a post. Fuck, I wanted to hear that part. I ain't watched that far into it, I guess.
I got one on that one. Why? I'm not resisting here. What's going on here? Hey, we're just talking here, brother. Oh, we're not talking. You're fucked now.
Oh, we're not talking. You're fucked now. I wonder if I called up and said that exact phrase to them, how they would take it.
Communications 963, how can I help you?
Hi, Operator 963. How are you? Good. Can I see Stephen Ortiz?
With what police department? I'm not seeing a deputy by the name.
Right.
That's correct. When's the last talk to him?
March 8th, 2025?
Did he come out to your residence?
No. Did some pretty heroic stuff, though, and I just wanted to commend him. And
I don't see him in my phone book, and I don't see him in my computer. So he could have changed agents.
I mean, I want my message to get to him. I just want to thank him for his heroic behavior.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a way to pass it along to him.
I guess maybe I can tell it to you. At least two of us will know that he's a hero then, right?
Yes, sir.
So on March 8th, 2025...
what are you doing, mister?
Damn it! Whatever.
Can I see it, please? Please, I need to... you got ID on you?
I sure do.
Can I see it, please?
You want to see my...
Yeah, please, I need to see your ID.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You licensed to carry that firearm? You do me a favor while I'm done with you. Can we go ahead and put you up for my safety? What are you out here doing today?
Getting gas right now.
Okay. Where are you headed to?
I'm going to work.
All right. So you're not on the clock right now?
I am on the clock.
All right. Do you have anything illegal on you that I should know about? You don't have any drugs or illegal firearms in the vehicle? Do you mind if I take a look? There was a guy actually who fit your description, dressed in a clown costume, that was planting drugs on people out here in Rockwall. When you're wearing the same costume, you know, it's pretty suspicious.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say something that many of you might think is an outrageous claim. What we're about to watch is probably one of the most important videos on the internet today, and it's been out for a little while. Some of you may have already seen this, but I'm going to make some comments along the way on this. But one of the reasons that I think this is one of the most important videos that you'll ever see is because it successfully and succinctly rips the mask off of many of the lies we've been taught to believe in our 15,000 hour indoctrination program known as the public fool system. And even if you haven't been a part of the public fool system and been indoctrinated, everybody believes in the concept of authority, that the people who have the right to rule us. And they believe, those righteous rulers believe that we have the obligation to obey them. And if we don't obey them, they believe we should all be punished and believe that this is perfect and just. This is James Freeman ripping that facade away and showing that if we treat the powers that shouldn't be, the authorities, the officials, the law enforcers, the exact same way they treat us, it looks a little odd. But for some reason, the majority of the people, because we're under some kind of mass psychosis, and I'm including myself in that because we all have lies and deception that we believe in that we really need to shed and cleanse our minds from. But when you flip the script, it'd be obvious that, wow, this is lunacy. This is insanity. And then if you put the script back the way it currently is in our current reality, it's just as insane, even though you change the clothing. You got a uniform, you got a badge. It says sheriff, it says police officer on it.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over this step by step. Please stay with me because it's better and better and better as it goes along. Check this out.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, how about you? What department are you with?
No, we're not playing bench.
Collin County. You got ID
Why
on
the
you?
hell is that still on there?
Can I see it, please?
We're not playing no bench. Whatever. That's just
You want to see my?
really,
Yeah, please. I need to see your ID. Okay. Yeah. You licensed to carry that firearm? Okay. Can you do me a favor and sorry, hold on. That's kind of loud. That's adrenaline. Can you do me a favor while I'm dealing with you? Can we go ahead and your firearm up for my safety?
Absolutely. It is customary for police, as soon as they arrive at any scene, to make sure that no one else is armed with any sort of weapon, and to disarm anyone who is, before knowing anything else about who the people are or what is going on.
And why is that? Why do they do that? Because they believe that badges and uniforms grant special rights. It's the haves versus the have-nots. It's the law enforcement haves versus the pesky little citizens who are subservient to the haves, which makes us the have-nots.
And even regardless of whether the people are legally armed.
Hang on a minute.
What? Sounds like it's what? Oh.
Wonderful. Don't be touching it. Don't be touching it. Okay. What are we doing? We're hiking. We're hiking. Yep. Some reason why you have this? Because I can. Well, okay. Oh, hey, no, don't disturb me, man. Hey, right. Get your hand out. Why are you taking my fucking hand? I'm not touching the gun. All right, I'm putting this on tape. I'm being recorded too. Good. I haven't. Okay. You're trying to disarm me illegally. I am going to disarm you. I am going to disarm you.
We're licensed. We're allowed to. We're exempt from the law. We're exempt from the law.
You ain't exempt from the law.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Stop with the rules.
Well, you're an oath
This is what
keeper.
we're going to do. Is I'm going to ask you to put your hands out like this, straight to your sides.
I'm not doing.
Remove the firearm from you.
Let me ask you. Am I being detained?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Spread your arm out, please, like this. Both of them straight out. Excellent. Go ahead and turn away from me for a second. Excellent.
Imagine saying this same exact thing, give these directives to a cop.
But you know I don't consent to searching and seizures.
I understand that. I'm not seizing anything.
The obvious purpose of this practice is to immediately create a huge imbalance of power, where only the law enforcers have the ability to forcibly impose their will on others. Imagine the arrogance required for an average citizen to arrive on some scene, unfamiliar with the situation and the people involved, and have his very first thought be,
This is not rules. When I say ceasing, is not very popular, even though the people are breaking the stated rules. So, there's my thought. Has anybody got any motion they want to make? Oh, Shereen, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm making a motion.
Okay. Okay.
I motion that the audience participation be moved to the end of the agenda.
We have a motion on the floor to move audience participation to the end of the agenda, and we have
We're back.
And the difference.
Office. Actually, at first.
Would that be the purview of this?
Just let her know.
Why don't you go to Washington, D.C. and
Consensual encounter. It was consensual. They did not touch me anywhere I didn't want to be touched.
It was consensual?
It was consensual encounter.
I was going to tell you, you're doing all this audit.
I noticed it first off. Consensual encounter. It was consensual. They did not touch me anywhere I didn't want to be touched.
It was consensual?
It was consensual encounter.
I was going to tell you, I think, you're doing all this auditing. Why don't you go to Washington, D.C. and audit the audit?
Well, I'm working. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But, start local.
Evidence.
The thing that impacts us the most are the things that are most on us, and we don't pay attention to it. And I call it the distractions. Like, hey, pay attention to what's over here, and don't pay attention to the stuff that's local. And the stuff that's local, that's what pays your streets. That's where your kids go to school. That's where the thing that happens to you for the most part happens locally. The federal government,
It's just a distraction.
So that's what
Well, we
we're
see
worried
that
about.
every day.
And look, I just
every
want
time a news story breaks on Biden, they gotta throw something else out there.
And I just want openness and transparency and fairness in the court systems and things like that.
Hey, just so you know, attacked by the federal government.
Never.
But I've been attacked, extorted, robbed, beaten by local government. So, I mean, it's, like you were saying to Ron, I get
Filed reports to that effect.
lawsuits, won money. The last one was $500,000. But, I mean, and the whole point is,
Good for you.
No, and the whole point, though, is I get what you're saying. Like, everybody wants to point to the federal government. But at this point, almost every single state, city in the U.S. is taking grants from the federal government, and now they're essentially under the thumb of them.
Well, I wasn't here for the little altercation, but that's why
I wasn't either.
Let's do a reset. Let's go back down. Let's figure it out and see if we can't work this out. And that's exactly what we did today.
So we got a hell of a lot done too. People take the time to just sit, talk, figure out what each other needs. That's all. I mean, he wasn't asking for much. When I was asking that young lady, I was asking the same question that I asked you the same way I asked you. She wasn't having it. She was aggravated. It doesn't help the situation get any better. Just trying to
Okay,
get
so
clarification.
let me just look. When you got people with kids and stuff like that, where there's normally not cameras, how many cameras?
Yeah, you got 6 of them, right? 7.
You got 6 coming at you right now, Sheriff.
They're not in your face like you guys are.
But to be honest with you, their cameras are actually closer to their face than mine is because I've never come in. First of all, there's this.
Well, I mean, but you're standing there holding one. It's apparent. Most people walk through here and go,
Ahora me quiere la papeta.
I would never come closer to you than I want you to come close to me without any reason. Like we don't.
That's crazy.
Something different.
We found it. You know what I'm saying.
Okay, so it's got a spindle and it's got 2 crafts that are basically pushing off the air. Okay, now he puts this basically in a vacuum chamber, and it has air in it now. So what he's going to do is he's going to suck all the air out. You can see on the gauge there, the air's going lower and lower, and when it reaches a vacuum, a really good vacuum there, it starts to stop. It doesn't have the air to push off anymore, and you can see it eventually completely stops.
That's the
it's just
homie.
running
He
off
knows
the
why.
motion it had now, and then it will eventually completely stop.
What's the mechanism of propulsion you said?
Ionic propulsion.
So what is it doing? It's shooting electrons out of the
shooting ions out. Ions, yeah.
Well, ions are okay. All right, yeah.
So now what he's going to do is he's going to reintroduce air into the tank, and then it's going to start up again. It's going to
No,
start
better go get it out,
pushing
Bobby.
off the air again.
Nigga, y'all with all this.
Doesn't have any air to push off.
Oh, that's the point. They lied to us.
So this debunk, even if we
told us
grant
that.
you the vacuum, space travel is fake. It can't happen. It's impossible. You can't push off nothing. So I'm just going to speed it up to where he puts. Yeah, there you go. He introduces air.
So the third, Newton's third law. This is
script, oh my
kind
God,
of
the script.
contrary to that.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
You
Thanks for
can't
being
push off
honest.
yourself. If you're on a skateboard, you can't push your chest to move. You need to push off something.
Well, that's fascinating, actually. That's
it's
a good experiment for
My
a physics labs too. But you need a very large vacuum chamber, and then
Fine.
maybe just like a small rocket. But it doesn't even have to be a rocket. It could just be a compressed air cylinder. That it would work.
Exactly. It's been done.
Yeah,
I got
really.
Dixie Tower right here. I don't want it to be on.
I'll YouTube that. That's actually quite fascinating.
I have to warning, with all the information that we gave you today, if you actually look into this, you're going to end up being rejected globe. Okay, I don't want to call you a flat earther. You could be a true earther. You could be a level plane earther. You could be a realm earther. You could be an extended plane earther. You could be a domer.
Look. This is the way I look at it.
The globe is dead. It's over.
Okay, a lizard in a terrarium. How aware is he of his environment, the light in the sky,
There we
the food
go.
that's given to him, the water? He has no awareness. He can only understand things to
I
the
ain't even
ability
watched the
that
whole
his
thing. I
little
seen clips
reptilian
from
brain
it.
has,
This
right?
is awesome.
Now, we as human beings have to
I
recognize
seen this
that,
much of it.
as much as we think of ourselves, we may not be the sharpest tools in the shed, and we may not have a perfect understanding of reality. Now, your reality is a little bit outside of, and admittedly, it's a little bit outside the mainstream of, Newtonian mechanics and relativity and physics and all that. We have a whole model of our world based on those equations, those realities. However, science, contrary to what other people may think, is about investigating and testing other things. And there's a lot of crazy theories in the world that were crazy, that were crazy, that are not so crazy. And you know what they say these days, the difference between a conspiracy and the truth is 6 months, right? So it's always good to apply the rules of physics, because look, guys, the rules of physics actually do apply. Like, I can calculate if the trajectory of an arrow or a football, they do work, and you have to admit that most of the laws of basic Newtonian mechanics do work. Like, we can calculate things. Now, there is a lot of ambiguity and obscurity regarding perhaps gravity. Your understanding of gravity, I know that there has to be a force pulling it down. We call it gravity. I mean, is it possible that it's something else that we don't understand? Sure, who knows? But
or that we do understand, electrostatics.
Again, like, I mean, I'm not an electrical engineer, but yes, we know that electrostatics can cause effects similar to gravity. We know.
MIT, Iowa State, so on.
It's not even controversial. It's, nobody will say it's controversial. So
it's proven. It's scientifically provable. Gravity is not. Gravity is a religion.
The religion of the G, right? The big G.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Which, the same reason a helium balloon floats, it's less dense than air. A rock is more dense than.
You go to any Christian house church or church here in the United States, everyone is LGBT friendly. 500 years ago, women weren't even allowed to speak in a church.
So you do admit that it was women, shut up, don't do things?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, it still should be.
It still should be?
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, it's like women should never talk, but yeah.
She missed what he said. Women are preaching, and we're tolerant of this stuff. Like Israel. All that comes from them, anyway.
Still should be. Women should not have the same amount of power that they do.
Here's a question for you. I actually want to hear what you have to say about this. If for the entirety of human history, it was women taking more of a secondary role that allowed us to even get to this point, and really only the past or so years post-World War II with the influence of international Jewry, where women are given more of a voice, and we've entered to this new society where it's non-sustainable, family structure is falling apart. Perfectly from having a voice. Which one is more likely to be the correct answer? One model that lasted for thousands that got us to this point versus one that's about 80 years old.
And it's already drug extinction.
Yeah, that's like a complete disaster.
Women aren't having kids. Women are on antidepressants more than they've ever been. Women aren't getting married.
I want to say something to you, because some people, I appreciate the fact that you listen. Some people will hear this and they'll think, oh, you hate women, or you just want to oppress them. It's actually the opposite. I think that women were liberated by nature and they've been enslaved by modernity. Because in the past 100 years or so, women have never been more miserable. It's actually quite sad to me. The more rights that they've been afforded, the more sad they become.
You go to any Christian house church or church in the United States, there's women pastors.
Not even the rights, but yeah. You get more freedom to sin. It gets depressing. Rings on her finger. No makeup, I guess. I don't know, but you
need to stop. So you don't know why you're here detained? You have to suspect me. Do you know what reasonable articulable suspicion is, boy? I try not to file lawsuits. You understand, young man? But you're a dumb mother effer. No, you can back up. No, you can back up.
Chill out. If you would like to.
You're dismissed. Walk away.
All right, I need your help. February 27th, I posted this here entitled, "Damn, 4 cops could not handle him." Now, every American, pretty much everybody in the world needs to see this video. YouTube decided to demonetize it and remove it after it had 450,000 views, a 98.4% like to dislike ratio, over 15,278 likes.
Almost 900K.
Why did they take it down? Because of this guy right here, who is now blurred out.
It's Quake County. Look, we lit.
Because he submitted a privacy violation and YouTube complied. So anywhere you see this person or the office workers blurred their faces, YouTube. So stop with the censorship, will you? But the reason every American needs to see this is because this is a master class on how to handle badge-wearing, thin blue line tyrants who think they have more rights than you do. And obviously, with words like this in such a short period of time, this content was resonating with a whole lot of people. Like this video, share this video everywhere. Let's get started. Welcome back. Let's get it started.
deal.
Here's the deal.
Who think they have more rights than... Obviously, with numbers like this in such a short period of time, this content was resonating with a whole lot of people. Like this video, share this video everywhere, and let's get started. Hey, welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel.
Real quick, brother. Where's the Harley? And I know you like not far. Come down to the steel rally, bro. Let's talk about some shit, bro. Let's get this shit blown wide open. Everybody get trained as pro se. There no real courts in 200 years. Supreme Court's not doing their job. We're pressuring them now. Let's get it.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. And you might not like this. This is the way you talk to rights-trampling tyrants.
What crime are we suspected of?
You're detained for investigation. Okay.
Investigation of what crime? I'm gonna go ahead and out the door.
No.
Am I detained?
You're not free to
For
leave.
what crime?
You are not free to
For
leave.
what crime?
You're
What crime do you suspect me of?
So keep your voice down.
I don't have to keep my voice down. Do you know what disorderly is? Come on, I'm not new here. This is my job. Do you understand that? You need to stop.
Okay.
So you don't know why you're here, but I'm detained? You have to suspect me. Do you know what reasonable articulation is, boy? You know, I try not to file lawsuits. You understand, young man? But you're a dumb mother effer. No, you can back up. No, you can back up.
Chill out.
Shh.
If you would like to.
You're dismissed. Walk away. Let's have him leave.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Him as well. He detained me as well. She can stay as backup. You'd probably be willing to kill me over an unlawful detention, wouldn't you? The question is, are people willing to do the same to you?
Now, as you can imagine, the psychological operation continues. The question is, do you want to be the lab
Yeah, this is the stuff we're going to be watching here this
patient?
week to get
Because
evidence
somebody
that this
is
is
getting
nationwide
operated
and that you
on,
guys
and
are
it may
at
as
war with
well
us,
not be
and that I'm
you.
not crazy.
Here's the deal, and it's obvious. Publicly funded cities generate their revenue from the public. And if you wondered what public means, it comes from the old French word publicus, which became public, which means open to all or belonging to the people. Now, when somebody comes along claiming to be a servant of the people and yet tries to withhold or retain secrets from the public,
like this
we
dude's
got
got
a
a
serious
badass bike
problem,
and he loves to
because
ride.
what
I
we
don't know.
have here is
What do I know?
hypocrisy and betrayal. Because city officials, like it or not, are in control of the resources and appropriations for the city in which you live, and there is a budget.
And notice how we've all gotten here by getting beat up and thrown around for no reason and constantly targeted and harassed by, again, as he said, not the federal government, but law enforcement at the local level. Court officials.
They are to be held accountable and subservient to the public, not the other way around, even though they'd like you to believe that you're servants of them. And since it's pretty much known and it's a foregone conclusion that city officials are extremely wasteful and fraudulent on a grand scale, it's only reasonable to make cuts and employ austerity measures on the government. And that's what James Freeman is doing in this video right here when he goes to the Oro Valley Public Department. Now, I want you to take a look at James' complete video, and the link will be in the description, but I want to hone in on the last part of the video where the badge tyrants arrive on the scene. And I want to show you this interaction between James and the public officials, because they have absolutely no ground to retain or detain James Freeman. Check this out.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Just doing our investigation.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I told them you probably wouldn't come, and I told them if you're not coming, we'll just leave now.
Okay.
Because they didn't want to cooperate. And I already spoke with you, so you know we're not going to try to force cooperation like the police would do. No, we're not cops. We wouldn't get violent with anybody.
I mean, these quips are funny, and they're not funny at the same time, because cops will force their will upon you, and yet if you force your will on somebody else doing exactly what the cops do on a routine basis, you would be rightly removed from society and jailed. And yet somehow they're able to do it because apparently badges and uniforms grant specials.
Just going to talk to them real quick about why we got called here. Okay.
Sure.
But as of right now, we are on a call for service, so we'll just be speaking to you briefly about it once we finish talking to them.
Okay. Are we detained then?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, we're detained.
It's a call for service. You're not free to go.
Oh, a call for service? What crime are we suspected of?
So,
A call for service. Strike one.
Right now, that's what we're going to talk to them.
What crime are we suspected of?
You're detained for investigation. Okay.
Investigation of what crime?
Just hang.
Look at Torres's face right here. Torres is like, oh boy, I've run into this guy before, and he has all the authority.
Oh no! How dare you! Oh no! He's gonna get his ass. He's gonna die. What a spacious! Hang on. See if I can even. I'm sorry. I gotta get this blick. I gotta hit this blick. I don't even know if I can do it. Hang on. That's it right there, cuz I ain't even cap. Man, I heard that shit. Like, no cap. Hold on, let's rewind that blick. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we go back to this one? As soon as he said it, too.
That's what we're going to talk to them.
What crime are we suspected of?
You're detained for investigation. Okay.
Investigation of what crime?
Look at his face right here. It's like, oh boy, I've run into this guy before, and he has all the in the world to say what he's saying. And this other cop right here, you can tell that he's not used to confrontation where somebody actually challenged his authority. Well, today's a new day, buddy.
Hang out for me. Okay.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and out the door. No. Am I detained?
You're not free.
For what crime?
You are not free.
For what crime? What's your name? L-E-I-N-A.
Officer.
Are you her?
You're not
are you a supervisor?
No.
But you're not free to leave.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Our supervisor right there, but you're not free to leave.
What crime do you suspect me of?
You're not free to leave.
What crime do you suspect me of? I don't have to keep my voice down.
You can be charged with disorderly, okay?
Do you know what disorderly is? Come on, I'm not new here. This is my job. You understand that?
I understand. So
Okay.
just hang out for me.
No, I'm not. I don't need.
While the cop is going like this, he's the one escalating this entire thing. He's showing the sign of de-escalation as his actions show escalation. You can. I don't know what part of you can't detain an American without reasonable articulable suspicion. At the very least, that's the least amount of threshold that you have to meet.
And a lot of positive case law debunks that. Suspicion is not a crime. So that's something you guys made up to buy time, but no, reasonable and people still like him believe it, but that's, I got the case law, it says it has to be witness of a crime. Direct report with evidence of a crime. Not feelings enforcement. This is feelings enforcement, sir.
That a crime has been committed. The constitutional standard is probable cause that a crime has been committed. It's not just standalone reasonable articulable suspicion or standalone probable cause. There's a ... behind both of those. That a crime has been committed. And we got a call doesn't cut the mustard.
I need to hang out for you. Hey,
putting the gloves on, I love it.
Hey, can we go, man?
No, you're not free to leave.
You need to stop.
I don't need to stop. I'm telling you what you need to do, and you're going to.
What crime do you suspect me of?
So we're free to talk to you after. We're going to talk to them. We're going to find out what they called the suit. Okay.
So you don't know why you're here, but I'm detained?
You're here for a call for service. They called on you guys about being disorderly right now, so we're going to.
Do you know what disorderly is?
So I'm not answering your question.
So you suspect me of being disorderly? Is that what you're saying?
So we're investigating. You can't be detained for an investigation.
For investigation of a crime, you have to suspect me. Do you know what reasonable articulable suspicion is, boy?
I'm not doing.
Do you know what reasonable? You're not going down this route. What, the law? Obeying the law? You're not going down that route.
Well, you can chill right here. Okay, you just hang out for me.
I want to leave now.
You're not free to leave. You're not free to leave.
Why is that?
Because we're conducting an investigation.
Hey guys, this is Oro Valley Police Department. They're detaining me right now for investigation of which crime? Which crime?
Look at their faces. Look at all of their faces. That right there just tells the story. Yep. I
He
guess
looked
there is
right
no
at the
trumpet.
camera like, to the other guy like, well, I'm fucked. We'll be right back after this. I'll need some noodles or something. Shit, I don't fucking know what the fuck I'm going to do. But please click that Delta 8 Pro link and subscribe to the Revolt Radio 90.1 YouTube. Woo! Oh, is that shit paused? Oh, that's playing. That's crazy work. Might as well go refill this. We'll be right back. tryouts right outside. And we gotta shoot. They don't even shake a cat or shoot. Good thing I don't want to sleep tonight. I want to stay up, stream, do all this shit. Okay. Been 2 goddamn whole days plus now. It's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This TikTok thing, usually they make a decision while I'm in the appeal. When they make a decision, I don't win the appeal. To temporarily suspend my live stream. It's usually because I don't put a description. And it's always either way, because somebody's flagging. See going. We're back. We both with, DJ Dyko 2 and whatever, DJ Dyko 2 and DJ Dyko 2, Earth is flat, bro. We'll see if I finally win this appeal.
I guess we were caught being the order followers that we've always been and will always be. We're here to detain you for, because we got a call. Because we got reasonable articulable suspicion of what? Just reasonable articulable, because we were told to. They have no answers and they have no clue. If clues were on sale, they wouldn't even be able to afford them.
Just checking. We get reports, different things going on. We're just making sure that everything's good.
Am I free to go?
Now you are.
You
are free to go.
Great. All right. I need your card. I need your card and I need your card right now.
For sure. Okay, you can. I give you my name and badge.
You know, I try not to file lawsuits. You understand, young
you can have my
man?
name and
But you're a
badge number.
dumb mother effer.
Okay, well you can.
You don't get to detain people. No, you can back up. No, you can back up.
Chill out. If you would like to, any
Go
kind
ahead.
of
Sorry.
complaints.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're
Go
fine.
ahead. Go ahead, Nichols. Nicholson.
Yep, Nicholson. I understand that.
You're dismissed. Walk away.
I'm not
Sorry. Go ahead. He's pushing me aggressively.
He's fine right here.
Nicholson, we're not going to have any issues.
No, I know
Here,
that.
let me. We're fine. Right?
Absolutely. And I have no issue with you. I understand you guys are doing your investigation.
When's the last time you were deposed?
If you wouldn't
I'm
mind.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I understand.
Let me take some deep breaths.
And are you on the Brady list? Excellent questions that James is asking here. 100% of the time, he is in control. They are back on their heels, answerable to him. He has donned the mantle of authority and soundly and masterfully taken that authority away from them.
Yes, I get really upset when people threaten violence upon me. I've never threatened violence upon anyone in here. And when you tell me I'm detained and I try to walk out the door and you block my way, that's violence. Can you ask the violent man to leave so we can just have a calm talk? Out the door. Out the door. I'm no threat whatsoever. Look.
I understand that. I understand that.
Ask the violent man to leave, please, so we can just be reasonable.
It's just you and I talk right now.
Okay. She can stay and you can stay. These two both detained me. They can go. She didn't detain
Love
me.
it. Calling the shots. And don't you love it when somebody yanks the cop out of the driver's seat and shoves him back in the car and tells him to be quiet while you do the driving. That's the way it should be. That is the natural order. If you are a servant, then you bow to the king. In this case, the people are the king, and the public servants are supposed to do the people's bidding.
And so that's what you and I are just talking. You're free to leave at any point you want.
Okay.
I understand you wanted to talk, so.
And let's have him leave. Please.
You might just step in.
Absolutely.
I
Thank you.
appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Him as well. He detained me as well. She can stay as backup. You already know I got no weapons. If I were going to hurt you, I'd hurt you. If you were going to hurt me, you'd hurt me. Okay, cool. I'll even sit down. How's that?
If you want to, that is perfect.
All right, let's bring this down. Thank you,
I appreciate it.
Mr. Nicholson.
So, like I said, what happens is we get a call that essentially it comes back that someone's being combative in the lobby. And that's what we are trying to figure out is what does combative mean? Is it physically, anything like that? That's why they're trying to figure out what happened.
Okay.
Talked with them. They said, no, just you didn't like their answer, this and that. And
Sure.
that's what all I needed to hear. Everything's fine. You guys are good to take off if you want to leave.
Okay.
I understand that you were asking about
Salaries.
Salaries.
Yeah.
As far as I know, that information is either online
Right.
or directed through HR.
Right, and we're aware. We had a wonderful conversation with Torres and one of her partners earlier today. We explained everything we're doing. No secrets, no nothing. Torres, I'm glad you showed up too, because a lot of times.
I was already still here on scene. I was just on court actually, so I just finished up.
Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of times guys like him show up, they don't know what's going on, and anyways. So, a couple of things at this point then.
Okay.
You got.
And I love this because you've got a couple of well-placed compliments coming from James Freeman into the mind of the law enforcers that causes them to drop their guards. This is the same tactic, by the way, that law enforcement uses on us. They try to engage in small talk. They try to get you to believe that, hey, you're not in trouble right now. If you want to talk to us, you can. You don't have to. I'm just here to listen to what you got to say. So people let their guard down, and then they start yapping their jaws, and then they get themselves into trouble because law enforcement mode is never turned off in the minds of an authoritarian psychopath. So James, again, he cements himself right here at this point with well-placed compliments in the driver's seat of control.
Got a report that someone was being combative?
That's just the information that somebody was in the lobby and was being combative.
Is there
the term that was used?
Can you tell me, is there a definition for?
I don't know off the top of my head. Combative means a couple of things. We don't know what that means until we get here, which is why we got to talk to the other party real quick. As soon as we verify that combative wasn't anything physical, and it was their interpretation of something, we have no issue to believe a crime was committed, anything like that.
So when you walked in, were you under the impression that a crime was committed? Personally?
Right, I'm sorry?
Were you personally under the impression that a crime had been committed when you walked in?
We don't know, and that's what we have to investigate.
Right.
We don't know.
You don't know?
We don't know. So what we're doing is we're trying to verify the crime has not been committed.
Are you under the... Sorry, go ahead.
And so that's all we're doing. I think that took me probably 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds, to verify that it was just their interpretation that they didn't agree with what you were saying, you didn't agree with what they were saying, and so they called us, and somewhere along the words, combative was taken, and that's what we just got to verify that it's nothing, no crime, nothing like that.
Are you under the impression that you can detain someone without actual reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime?
So in investigative purposes, detention is...
We can try to get into this other account.
And so when we're just trying to verify that nothing physical has occurred, at that point, we just got to verify that information, and make sure that a crime has not, in fact, been committed.
Okay, so when you came in, you didn't know if a crime was committed or not?
No, we got to conduct an investigation.
Was I detained then?
At that point, yes, we have to confirm.
Okay, great, perfect. So you didn't know if a crime was committed?
We have an investigative purpose.
Right, you didn't know a crime was committed, right?
I love this. This is police interrogation in reverse. Now James has got them squealing. And they are talking. They're jabbing their jaws. He's collecting the data on them. He's allowing the cops to construct their own gallows and put the noose around their own neck. This is a master class that every American needs to take a look at, because this is as rare as finding a 7-carat diamond embedded in a stack of $100 bills sitting next to a chilled bottle of champagne and 2 glasses on an afternoon jog with your honey.
Nope.
And you detained me.
Those officers detained you.
Did you detain me as well?
I was conducting the investigation, but at that point we have to confirm that a crime in fact has not been committed.
I just need to know who all detained me so I can put the names on the litigation. Did you detain me?
Yep.
You did?
Yep.
Okay. And again, you did not know that a crime was committed. Is that right?
We do not know.
You didn't even have reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime
We
was
have to
committed.
verify that a crime has not been committed based on the information.
Okay, so it's guilty until proven innocent?
It's investigative purpose.
Great.
So, yes, sir.
So it's, I was guilty until proven innocent.
No,
Is that right?
no one's guilty.
Well, I
Just
was
like they-
detained.
He is taking them through the ringer, and they are on the spin cycle right now.
They can't leave. If they're calling us saying that something's happened, we have to talk
Really?
to them. Well, it's an issue.
They can't leave?
They're calling us saying, they call us and say a crime's been committed, and they're not giving us any information, they try and leave. What is happening at that point? We can't say you're guilty without getting more information. If they want to leave, at that point we're like, you can leave, but we're not going to conduct an investigation.
This is rich.
Okay.
This is good. Okay, so did you detain me? Please say no. Just say, Briss. I don't want to put your name on the lawsuit.
How's that?
Did you didn't detain me, right?
So, if you have any further questions, you can direct them towards me. And if that's not applicable, we can direct you towards the officer.
I'm going to put that Torres did not detain me. She never did say I was
Perfect.
detained.
That is
You
absolutely-
never verbalized that I was detained.
That is absolutely perfect.
I love this, man. I love this. Torres, I'm letting you go. These other guys, I'm holding them accountable. They will be on the litigation.
Torres is just a really, really good cop.
Yes, she is. Absolutely.
And we're trying to keep the good ones around. We're trying to get rid of, I mean, if you have a willingness to learn and get better, we might keep you, Nicholson.
Absolutely.
But as long as you think
Education
that,
is important.
as long as you think you get to detain people,
Look at the relief on Torres' face.
until you find out if a crime was committed, you're definitely on the chopping block.
Okay, perfect.
So-
And that's perfectly understandable from your point of view. I'm not going to argue with you
And
about
from a
that.
legal standpoint,
Okay,
and from
absolutely.
you know,
I'm not going to argue
the court's
with you
point of view,
Okay.
everyone's point of view.
Yeah, no, perfect.
We live in a society of law and order, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we want to.
Absolutely.
But then we have people who break the law, right?
Okay,
Detain
perfect.
people without reasonable articulable suspicion.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I feel
So-
like we can articulate that, but that's okay.
Now he's being condescending. This cop is Nicholson is being condescending. Perfect. Yeah, whatever about our laws, whatever about the Supreme Court, whatever about law and order.
You just told me.
Yeah.
You verbalized that you
For
did
an
not
investigative detention.
believe that I committed a crime. All three of you verbalized that you did not believe I committed a crime.
And yet they treated him as though he did, as
All right, no, I
evidenced
still had this
by
one
the
account. I got an
detainment.
appeal. Let's go.
You still detained me.
Hold on.
You know what would have happened if I decided to leave anyways while he was trying to block my way and I used any amount of force necessary to leave?
What's that?
Probably would have beat me up pretty bad, huh?
I would sure hope not.
Yeah, they would have put hands on. They would have
Yep.
physically stopped me, except for Torres. I could tell her demeanor. I could read her energy.
Absolutely. She's
She
a
already knew what was
phenomenal
going on,
Absolutely.
and she wanted none of this bullshit that you guys were doing.
She's a phenomenal officer.
She is.
So, like I said,
You know, you have got to understand that there is something positive and light going on in the heart of Torres. She's like, oh my God, this is awesome. I've got good favor with this guy who's writing bad reports about my fellow cops. I better cross my T's and dot my I's from here on out.
do you have any further questions? What
My fellow Thin Blue Line badge members might get me into trouble.
I'd love to do.
I just need I need information for the three of you so that I can. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oro Valley,
People like
Arizona.
Torres are in a tough position, though, you know,
Absolutely.
because she's got two officers here that she knows are breaking the law, that she knows are doing something wrong. But the tough thing is, if she stands up against them and says, "Hey, guys, whoa," now she's probably going to get bullied. She's probably going to get treated bad within the
I don't
department.
think so.
Really? Dude, I've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
I have literally watched good cops get fired.
Oh.
You know why? Because of doing the right thing.
Well, I believe that she would be just fine.
When you're part of a criminal enterprise and you're not willing to go along with the criminals, it can be very difficult.
Oh, I can understand that. So if there's any further questions, what I would love to do, like I said, is direct you towards Sergeant Durbin Kelsey, who is part of our internal affairs over there.
Okay.
And if there's any further questions, like I said, regarding salaries, I know that's what you've been looking for. You can direct that towards either online, like I said, all that stuff should be available online.
Durbin?
Or HR, yes, Kelsey,
All right, I've got LPO Nicholson. What's LPO mean?
the lead police officer.
Lead police officer. Trying to make sergeant?
I'm just enjoying my time right now.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I didn't have my daughter with me, we would have pushed this a little farther. I would have walked out that door. I would have taken the beating. Yeah.
Oh, I would hope it when it come to that.
Do you understand Arizona is a stand your ground state? When you're unlawfully attacked, you have every right to defend yourself by any means necessary.
Okay.
Are you aware that even if you're a police officer, when you unlawfully attack someone, they have the right to defend themselves against you?
Absolutely, you could try that.
And that's.
I would hope that we.
Oh, I know.
I would hope that we won't ever come to that
And
situation.
what would happen if I did defend myself against an unlawful attack
Well,
from you?
I hope we don't have to find out, but officers are going to do what we need to do.
Right.
And I can't tell you.
You'd probably be willing to kill me over an unlawful detention, wouldn't you?
The
question is, are people willing to do the same to you?
I have.
That is so heavy duty. Because when cops come with the implied threat of force, and they do, they've got their vests on, they've got their training behind them, they've got their guns on, they've got their handcuffs, they've got backup, they got the unlimited resources of the state, so they've come intending to do you harm. And if you resist...
Man, I still want to eat some shit. Why? I don't care about corilolis. We debunk corilolis every fucking day. I think I'm just going to cut this off and going back on the radio. I don't know.